make you wanna stay with me. Make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can do to show my love for you?
What's going on, YouTube? I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. Listen, fellas, you want to get your face wash, your skincare routine intact? I use Tige Henley. It's a daily face wash with an AM, PM moisturizers with instructions in the box that's very clear on how to get it together. I know this is not something common that us men do, but it's very important that we take care of our skin. On top of that, the ladies love it. Get yourself a box of Tige Henley. It comes in the mail, ships within a week. If you click the link in my description, you would get 40% off your first order and 20% off a lifetime. On top of that, sign up to the app and you'll get even more deals. Me, I got a special. I got the grooming kit. I was able to get my nail clippers and everything that I needed to get myself together to go outside. Tige Henley is the way when I tell you the perfect men's skincare routine. Get yourself a box of Tige Henley. What's going on? What is going on? You too. What up, what up, what up? We got the beautiful ladies in the building. Everyone, please do me one favor and unmute your mics. Unmute your mics. What is good? What is good? What is good? We got some new panelists in the building with us. Let's give them a lovely, healthy round of applause. What is good? What is good? What is good? I would love to introduce y'all to Noni. What's up, Noni?
What's
You in the building?
up? How are you? I feel honored to be here tonight. Thank you.
You in the building? Please do me a favor. What I love to do is when we have new panelists, I would love for you to tell us a little bit about yourself so the audience can get used to you and also get used to your business. I would love for people to subscribe and to purchase anything you got going on.
Okay. Ooh, I'm on the spot. Hello, everybody. My name is Noni, aka the Love Bar Sexologist. I'm from Queens, New York, but I just reside in North Carolina. I'll let that be clear. I just reside in NC, but I'm born and raised in Queens, New York, all day, every day. Um, I am an international sexologist, international author, a bedroom candy consultant. So I sell them great things for ladies, gentlemen. We also have cosmetics. As you can see, I have my lips popping tonight. You can follow me on Instagram. I will have some new things popping off. I'm also an author. My second book will be coming out the end of this month. And I will be starting to get back into podcasting again. Yay, me.
Ooh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hold on. I'm being a little slow tonight. Pardon me, but here we go for that. So Carrie, the spotlight is on you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you got going.
Hey, I am Carrie LaShawn, but you, of course, can call me Carrie. I am a vocalist, a worship leader. I work heavily with children, for they are my heart. And I just try to change the world with the light that God has given me. You can follow me on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, Carrie LaShawn. That, of course, is KeriLashawn. You can also follow me on my website, CarrieLashawn.com, where you can listen to my single as well as look at my video, live performances. I am a live entertainer. And I'm also working on my new single, and I'm working on another video. And my current single is Know For Sure. And just about my single, it's just you knowing and understanding and recognizing that a situation, an opportunity, a person, place, or thing doesn't serve you well, and you simply moving on. Period.
Period. Shut that off right there.
And the song is fire. Okay, the song is fire. It's a banger.
Yeah.
No,
There we
I
go.
can't do it right now, but
Yeah.
no, it's it. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all right. So, Kit, I know you got some things cooking, literally. What's up?
Yes. So we have done a soft launch for the actual food portion of the business. So if you're local, we will have our new menu out this week, and you don't even have to come to us. The food will come to you. We also
Ooh.
deliver our goodies locally, and we ship as well. So if you know about the Edible Incredible, definitely check us out. If not, www.theedibleincredible.com. We are on all platforms, and I'm also known as Kid Stays Baked. So we do all things cannabis, education, manufacturing, and helping people get into the space, whether it's through philanthropy, through DI, through advocacy. So let me know. I'm your canna girl. I'm all things weeded. So
All things marijuana, Mary Jane. There we go. So, I would also like to give a special shout out to Boombox and to Just Justified for really pushing through on their channels. Boombox has been doing some lives. I've been on her lives and they've been great. Please go over there and subscribe to both Boombox, Just Justified, to Noni, who's coming back in with it. Follow everything Kit got going on at DRMUA. Tell us what you got going on.
I mean, like, again, we're just making up adulting as we go. We just figuring this thing out. We are growing this beautiful channel. You know, we have these lovely ladies here, and we're just making moves. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. Grown Man Talking is gonna be, it's worldwide, baby. Like, this is what we do. Grown Women Talking every Tuesday. Get into it.
This is
Stay
what we
locked
do. This is
in.
what we do. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, I don't want to go too crazy with the intros because I would love to get into this topic today. This topic today, we are talking about spinning the block, which I know most of y'all ladies have done before, over and over and over and over and over.
Well, here he
Again,
go on his shit.
Not
early,
too much. Not too
early,
much.
early. But
Maybe
before we jump into the topic, what I would want to let everyone that's watching the show to know, please, everyone that has a wrench, do me a favor. If there's anything disrespectful happening in the comment section, do me the solid. You guys have the capability to remove, to block, to time people out. Use your discretion. Don't time them out because you disagree with them. Time them out because they're being disrespectful. And also, please do me a favor. Hit the like button as you enter the door. As you enter the door, hit
Waving
the like button. You know what I'm saying? And then stay active in the comments. Extremely important tonight because we got a good topic. And I need this show to go further and further out into the YouTube algorithm. So stay active in the comments. Let us know how you feel about the topics. And here we go.
And ghost you and come back for the ego boost. They know that they can disappear on you for a week, a month, however long that it's been. They can hit you with the how you doing text, and they know you're into them. You're really feeling them. They know how much you like them by how quickly you respond, especially when you don't bring it up or you try to act like you know good and well you've been waiting on that phone call for however long, and you just jump right back into it. When you let them come right back, when you don't make them explain, like the best thing that you could do when he comes back to you for that ego stroke is to deny him that. Leave him on red. Or say, I'm not interested anymore. Like, give it a one-line sentence. Let him know, I don't know who you think that I am, but I'm not the kind of girl that you can just pop in and out of my life. Let him know. They only come back because they don't want to do the work of meeting somebody else. They think they can just pick up where they left off. No, you got to start from scratch.
So, ladies, what do y'all think about that foolishness? Go ahead.
It was a scratch for me.
Anyone feel free to start the conversation?
Well, why did you call it foolishness?
Thank you. Why'd you call it foolishness? We're not giving you what you want.
Yeah, listen, look. Ladies know y'all spin the block. And it's not on some we're trying to boost our egos when we spin the block. No, it's for our convenience. That's all it is. And we know it's easier to sleep with somebody that you slept with before than it is to get in bed with somebody you don't know. So spinning the block for men, it's a very kind of like a no-brainer. But how do y'all feel about that?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead, kid.
Look at Melissa Lopez. I'm so guilty for letting them come back. In my head.
Already. So I have to slightly disagree because y'all, I mean, we outnumber y'all. Like, I don't know how many to one, right? And the one thing that y'all love to say is that ain't nothing like the new. So you're not going to make it seem like getting new is that hard for y'all when there's several of us that will give in for some shrimp fried rice and $40. Like, we're not going to play that game. We're just not going to do that. And then also what we're not going to do is with the whole spin, you trying to make it, oh, it's about convenience. No, when they spin the block, they're checking to see if you're still stupid. Now you have to decide as to how stupid you want to be over some yesterday dingling, because
not yesterday.
Them out there too. So this whole it's just so much easier to go back to something that we've already had when there's just so many other new ones out here.
Read that comment, kid. Blue. Read that comment. I kind of agree with him. I'd rather be with the old than train someone new.
From a woman's perspective.
Ain't nobody no puppy now. Relax.
I'm not speaking from a woman's perspective. I'm speaking from a man's perspective. I'm speaking from what you said about
we feel the same way.
Like,
Why do y'all
no,
think it's so easy for us to get boxed? Like, it's not that
it's
easy
not a,
for most
it's
men to
not a,
get boxed.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that because y'all like to
No.
throw the game in there. Nope, nope, nope. Because
ain't
there's
nothing like new cuckoo, and y'all will literally cross
Yep.
the ocean for it. So I'm
Yep.
not even believing that. Like,
And
they literally do take their passports and they go across the ocean for it. So I'm not even making this up. This is like actual and factual. And
You
again,
freestyling right now. You sound like Jay-Z to me.
that they get their
no, I
passport.
sound like the passport bros and the
That's it, the passport bros.
I sound like the incels. Actually, if we want to talk about who I sound like the
So you call them incels. That means they do what? They are involuntary celibate. They have no choice but to be celibate, right?
No, actually,
So
I call them
how are they having sex?
passport bros. They're the MGTO dubs. Like that's a different level. They're
Oh my.
they're men going their own way. You never heard of that?
Right. Oh yeah.
Right. That's what a passport bro. They're like, oh well, we're just gonna go to these other lands and take our menial funding and make it $10,000 rubles and look fancy.
Yeah.
Like, and again, I'm just saying, like, when they spin the block, they checking to see if you're stupid. It's not about, oh, it's just so easy. They check, like, again, you just have to decide how stupid you want to be. If it's worth the
Just an FYI,
That's a good point. That's a good point. Is it worth the stupid?
Guys like to spend the block a lot more than the women do, though. We need to remember
Correct.
that, right?
That's what I was thinking
They
too.
always, especially the ones that had children with somebody, they sit back and be like, "Hey, boo," or "What's up, big head? How you doing?" And I'm
They
gonna
don't like sharing.
I'm gonna say this right now.
I hate Queen.
Be clear, my daughter's father hit me up 2 weeks ago talking about, and I was like, "Do you know who you're talking to? I haven't nothing since 1998. Who you think you are?" And we're in 2024. So
Listen,
it's
hold on. Let me.
But I said that though. He's saying what I
super chat.
He basically checking to see if you stupid. I just said that.
Let me get the super chat. Let me get the super chat out, ladies. Hold on. I got a super chat. We got a super chat. We got a super chat from Marriage, Politics, and Sports with the $5 super chat. Greatly appreciate you. It says, sister, men know the women who are more suitable to his charm. Susceptible. Sorry, I'm subliminal tonight. Whatever. All right, that is much easier than breaking in a new one. Now, let me explain what this means. Right. The reason why I'm going to say that I'm right and y'all are wrong. Men do not get it like y'all think we do. I'm looking at a stat right now. Between the ages of 18 and 30, 1 in 3 men are sexless, right? The men that you guys tend to look at, on average, those guys are the ones that's clapping all the cheeks. And the reason why he's doing that is because just like you're attracted to him, there's 30, 40 other women that's attracted to him. But most men aren't. So it's not that easy for us to get the box like you think. I can't just walk outside and get 10 women as you could walk outside and pull 10 men just from saying hi. We can't. So with that being said, it's much easier for us to spin the block and come around to know guaranteed sex tonight, as opposed to going to some women and saying, "May I please have sex with you tonight?" unless I'm paying for it.
But susceptible to his charm is basically what I said when he comes to check and see if you're still stupid. Like, I mean, like, it's really, he just said it nicer. I'm not that nice. I'm a good person.
He said it in the way I meant it too. So it was both sides could be true, right? Two sides of that coin could be true, right? So I got another super chat. My guy is empty in the bank account tonight, he says. And GMT is absolutely correct. Men are not in control of the sexual market. Women are.
Okay, so to that point, I agree with what he's saying, but at the same time, it still goes back to y'all get a lot of hot twat because in 2024, a lot of the standards have changed in reference to maybe not us on this chat, but how, you know, some women is out there throwing it and y'all got the catches, man, and y'all catching it. You feel what I'm saying? Like the standards are totally different now. It's not the whole let's cover up, you know, let's not show this, let's not give that. It's like, listen, I got it. Do you want it?
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like,
That's what
yes,
it's about.
please. Yes, and thank you.
And they paying
Yeah.
for it to fly out of the country and all, you know, everything for it.
Honey,
I mean, they're going extra lengths.
they
Yeah.
hitting Monica notes.
They want
So I'm really,
international.
my thing is like, who? I'm not
Okay,
really sure
they
who was
going to get
representing
it.
the huh?
They going to get it.
I'm sorry, what
What are
you
y'all
said?
talking
Go ahead,
about?
go ahead, Big Box.
No, I was just saying, like, you know, I guess stupid is as stupid does. Because I mean, me as a woman, I'm not gonna pay for a guy to fly out of the country to sleep with him, sleep with me, when I can just be like, hey, okay, you just come knock on the door and, you know, whatever.
That
See
part.
you next time or whatever.
But
You know,
But I
we're
do.
not looking at other factors too, though, because
Okay.
men also are on dating sites and their percentage is higher than women. So remember,
'cause they're
to some of
predators.
them, that's like an easy
Because they
trying
play the numbers.
to.
Because they play the numbers. If you play the lotto 100
Did you say
times,
the P word, kid?
I said y'all play the numbers.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, boombox.
I'm just saying.
I know I'm
because
a little
a lot
loose.
of guys are on there hunting. They're hunting.
Yes.
In most cases, they're not looking for in most cases, they're not really looking for an actual relationship. They're just on there hunting. But then they get on there and then
I'm gonna
they
have to agree
hunt,
with
and
you
then
with
they're
that. I
hunting
agree
the
with that.
wrong way because they're still willing to pay. So now you became a trick.
Right.
I'm a trick. Okay.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. Men
it
are
ain't
tricks.
tricking if you got it.
Men are tricks. But let
And
me
it
read this
ain't,
super
but it
chat.
is.
Let me get this super chat, y'all. Let me get this super chat
You
again.
on it tonight.
Politics and sports. Says most women want the top 15 to 10% of dudes. The twos, tens all want the top men, which is very, very true, which is why we have such a hard time getting the bots, why we need to spin the block.
I feel like I just wanted to touch on the woman's side in the sense of why women may spin the block. Now, we've talked about before how, you know, body counts is a thing. You know, there are men that will sit there and be like, you better not be in the double digits or whatever. And respectability is a part of it, et cetera, you know. So I think when it comes down to women spinning the block, I do think it falls down to the fact that they don't want to add to their body count. Like they like, listen, we just gonna have to spin this block. Like we gonna have to hit this thing off because I'm not trying to get up in the double digits or
Especially
we're not
if the
trying to
sex
get
is good.
That part.
Right.
exactly. If
That's
it,
what I
I
was
mean,
gonna
if
say.
it you knocking it right, then you know you gonna be like,
Look, I'm gonna tell you. Look, and you know what? You ain't lying.
I've done that.
Look, because I have a rule. I don't cheat, but I cheat back, right? So if I'm gonna cheat back, I'm gonna cheat back with something that was knocking it back. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to cheat. Here's the thing: I'm not gonna go and find something new to cheat with, and then I have to run the risk that it's trash.
That is
I'm
trash.
where
Why
I
y'all
know
gonna
that
do
there's
that?
that was already hoping that you fucked up. They was hoping, please mess up.
Y'all, I'm gonna get my blue cap. I'm gonna get my blue cap for all y'all.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
can
We'll
prove it,
talking
though.
while you
I don't know
do
what
it.
you talking about.
Let me get my blue
You
cap.
can get your blue cap, but I can prove it.
No,
What's
no,
the
no.
blue cap?
That's
They
actual
really
facts
bad.
right
I
there.
can prove
Most
it.
women ain't
That's
trying to
very
be
true.
having
I love when
having
somebody
new
go get the
new
cap.
people all up
I
on.
can prove this. Like this is.
I'm gonna agree. We do spin the block, especially when we know it's good. We know that we don't have to talk to you all the time. When we need that tune up, when we start to act a little crazy, like, oh man, I'm not
Yeah.
feeling. We just go ahead and get this right here. right? We won't do it with, like you said, a random new person unless we
Right.
want to, because we are taking a risk of the it being trash.
Trash. Who got time for
We
that?
want to know, like when we get hit knocked off, it is good. We know we can go like, oh, this done hit me off.
Look, put me between the washer and the dryer, okay? Like, why is we playing these games? I'm not playing these games. I need to go. Now I want that old thing. Like, what you mean? I'm gonna spin the block like I'm doing donuts.
Let's play an episode of Mingo Calls Cap.
Okay.
Do y'all feel as if you guys are the average ladies of today's time?
No.
Average.
No, because it depends on our age range, because everybody at different age ranges are slightly different depending on your age. You may not do everything the same.
Correct.
So
generational stuff.
So
culture.
I don't know what that even means, because I know some 40, 50-year-old hoes outside right now.
What?
Giving it up.
I mean, if that's what they do, I mean, they
do that because she enjoys pleasure. That's what we're not
right.
going to
That's
do.
what
Now listen, I'm not taking away from what she, I'm not taking away from what she might enjoy.
She know what she speaks.
Listen. I'm not taking away from what she may enjoy, but let's not put an age gap on it, right? These women today are not sitting down saying, I need to spin the block. For the most part, their body counts are well into the hundreds, way past most men, because they could do it. They could do it. Do you guys not look at the internet?
That's not an average. That is not an average woman. I'm sorry. No, that's not average. That's not below. That is well above. No woman is reaching for that body count.
Oh, porn ain't even got hundreds.
No woman.
They could collect hundreds in years.
I think y'all are being very anecdotal. You guys are looking within to say, I'm not like that.
Numbers. That is
now, GMC, we're not going to do that with me, because the one thing I do is I'm very logical and I'm very separate. I can separate me from whatever.
Sometimes.
But that
you know I actually do that. Like, nah, we're not playing that game. I'm telling you,
you got to be more realistic than that. I mean,
right? Like
maybe I'm tripping or
something. Comment section. Talk to me. Help me out with this one, because these girls today are letting it loose, and they're very vocal. They're very vocal with being raised by, as we said before, the sexy reds of the world. Those type of women are raising our young. So by the time these women get your age, where do you think their body count is going to be? Where everyone is so liberated in just...
It's like saying little Kim raised us. That's not necessarily true. Like,
but back when there was a little Kim, there was also a female rapper that combated that, right? Today, it's all that.
Well,
okay, so what you saying that, right? What you saying that the sexy red is raising the kids now, but
raising mine.
Mine is grown, but my thing is this: who's allowing that? Because then that's what you're saying, as the parent is the one that's allowing that child to listen to the sexy reds. So is sexy red allowing them to be that way, or is that parent allowing their child to listen to sexy red,
right,
so they can interpret that? But if you're not having that sexual conversation with your children, and you can actually have that conversation age appropriately, no matter how old they are, we have to remember that you can start having those conversations. It does not make a difference what the template is. You can make it age appropriate. So why are you having them listen to that?
Like, so why, the question is,
I have a question. Like, real quick. What was that last comment? Like, what statistics? What the hell does that mean?
He's just saying, look at the statistics, right? Because the statistics show you how.
But statistics aren't always real,
right now.
Major, you got to be talking about how these women are talking about their body counts out here. But let's look at this, right? Now,
that's still not the average.
Well, hold on one second. Let me address what Noni said. So, Noni, I get what you're saying, right? The parents are the ones that have control of what the kids listen to a degree. Do you know that these kids are in school? And when you send your kid off to school, you cannot control what the environment is. These teachers are in their classrooms having these kids sing. Sexy Red is going to people's schools.
But
This
she
is the
gave-
problem.
she
You
went
only
for
can have
and hairstyle.
whatever it is. You can only have but so much control of what these kids are into unless you're homeschooling them, right? So unless you're saying this is what I'm doing and I'm keeping it within. So with that being said, these women are having astronomical numbers. So by the time that they get to you guys' age, their body counts are going to be off the chain. Men don't have the same options as y'all. Trust
No.
me. I can't
Men
walk
have
outside
reading
right now.
my body counts.
I'm reading right now. It
I
says men.
and I found it too. Go ahead, Jess.
It says men generally being more likely to be sexually active than women, especially as they get older. According to the CDC, 18% of males and 13% of females had ever had sexual intercourse by age 15. And by age 19, 69% of males and 68% of females had. So let's talk about them numbers then.
Okay.
Thank you, Jess.
Still not changing the fact that the majority of women are out there giving it up.
And
so
then there's more men
but
too, though, by
you-
those
you-
stats.
to give it up, you got to be getting something too. So it's still the numbers
Yeah,
go
but
to
yeah,
each
yeah.
person.
Yeah, I'm not saying y'all getting it from the same man over and over and over and over and over again.
So that's
Y'all
still
getting it
less
from the
body count,
same
though.
So how
types.
does that change
no,
the body count if it's the same
No,
person?
y'all missing the point. When I say the same person, meaning that Tom is having sex with Chrissy. He's also having sex with Shawanda. He's also having sex with Lakeisha. He's also having sex with. That's the same guy.
Okay,
So the
his
same
body count
guy.
going
The
up.
future is clapping all of y'all cheeks. That one man, as opposed to 5 women, who's also having sex with multiple men, freely having babies and all that. Come on, this is what I'm saying. We don't have the
But
same
Future's
options
number
on
keep
average.
going up.
But what
And he
about
keeps
that's
going
one
from
man.
person to person.
What do
All
you
right,
mean? I'm so lost.
We're beating a dead rabbit right now because y'all not gonna sit here and act like men have the same options as y'all. We don't, and it's okay. That's just what it is. The men that you guys like, yes, they have a lot of options, and they have more options than y'all. Those
because
6
there's
feet,
way more women than men.
6 pack,
Of course they
6
do.
whatever, he got a lot of options. But the average Joe that's a plumber, that might have a big old belly, that's sitting here trying to do his best work, he don't have the same options as y'all. So guess what?
Well, I mean, is he in a
more
relationship or is he?
No, he's probably not, because
Spinning the
he's
block on him
probably
too.
he's probably not in a relationship, right? Because he's the
He has his
average guy
hand.
who's
I
not. He has
understand.
his, yeah. So he's using that a lot, right? A lot of hand action. I'll talk to we could do that with a sexologist, my homegirl Noni. Later we could talk about the hand jobs and stuff, but not
Wow.
today.
Not today.
So and
Mingo, tell us how
I
you
like this
really
point.
feel.
And these men are paying for it too. So that's another thing.
That's
The men that
okay,
don't,
but that
the men
doesn't
that
mean
don't
that
get
they
it are
bite.
paying. They're
That
paying
doesn't
for
mean
it.
that the woman body count, because if he's an average guy, more than likely he's spinning the block too. Because I mean, if he's that shy,
Yeah,
And
because he has no
that shy.
choice. That's
and
exactly what I
also,
just said.
you
So
do
back to
know
my
the
first.
But
same
you were
thing.
saying
Okay, so wait a minute.
question.
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask a
Go
real
ahead, Kit, and then I have another question to follow that.
real question. Is it not his responsibility to make himself more desirable for the men, for the women that he wants to seek out? Why is it that all of a sudden, oh, this average man isn't getting any buns, and that's because everyone wants to hump Tom? Well, shouldn't his goal to be like try to orbit or try to figure out what Tom has done to make himself more marketable? Why is it that it's our fault because we like marketable and things that make our, another regions tingle? Why is it that everybody wants us to go be with Walmart Jake? No one wants to be with Walmart Jake Warren ass with his fucking
Friend named Jake that works at Walmart.
With his blue vest? Somebody want to be with Walmart
Named
Jake.
Jake that works at
They
Walmart.
like his blue vest. It's
Hold on.
Jake
Hold on.
but
My
Jake
friend is watching the show tonight. Let's not talk, Jake. Don't listen to that.
I was talking
Don't
about
listen.
the
Sorry, Jake. It's all right.
It's cool, Jake. I was talking about the State Farm Jake, not you, Jake. It's cool. But
Right.
You said
He's
Walmart,
not
Jake.
doing the blue vest, we're doing the
Either
red
one.
shirt.
If Jake,
either
if
way,
Jake, your friend Jake is not up to par, because y'all do like to address that too.
Jake can flip
If
his
Jake
life
not up
and
to
turn
par,
into Jay. Jay can actually make himself more marketable for the women, for women.
he
Period.
needs to make
You know what I'm
himself
saying?
more marketable.
Y'all
So let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all about Jake.
supposed
Let
to
me tell
hump
y'all
it.
about. Let
Make
me
us
tell you
want to
about.
hump it.
Hold
Why
on, hold on,
Because
kid.
you got it.
Kid, I'm gonna put a bazooka to your plane.
I don't care.
Mm.
Listen, listen. Walmart Jake. We're not talking about you. We're talking about State Farm Jake, right? So State Farm Jake.
No, we
The
haven't.
reason why he is not as marketable, right, is because he doesn't want to be as marketable. He might be fine with using his hand. Believe it or not, a lot of men are those guys. They understand where they stand in the marketplace. They
Okay, so what we talking
understand
about
that
then?
this.
And what's the argument for
Wait,
that?
she's talking about no.
They
You're
don't want
no.
They don't want to be
You,
bothered
oh,
with the person too. We marketable too, but we don't.
why
want
I'm saying is that you guys, because even the most unattractive women can sleep with the high majority of men. The most unattractive man is not getting no buns.
You said he didn't
That's
want
Let's
to.
not act like.
That's not true.
But that's what I'm saying. So he's fine because he knows.
Women, and because he's unattractive, the first thing a woman thinks, oh, he don't got nobody else, because I got him and he not looking
Yeah,
good.
because
But you
I know
understand,
girl, I
that's
hit a
Slave-
light ugly guy.
Slave is married, okay? Slave
down.
is married.
he
Yeah.
knocking down and
Jay
he's sitting
and
back.
Little Kim were arguing over cockeyed Biggie, okay?
Facts.
Biggie had an eye that was talking to everybody else, and then he was still talking to people over
And
here.
Biggie said himself that he
Biggie was a rich
You there, wrong.
man.
Before,
You cannot use.
before he
You
was
cannot use
he was
Biggie.
before he was rich, he was selling drugs to feed his daughter that he had before he was rich. Somebody was still humping his cockeyed self before he had bread. That's
So
how
he
he
had
had the
that-
first kid. So
But he
what
had
do you
charisma
mean?
though.
They
He did
wound
have
up
charisma.
exactly.
Thank you,
They had
Boombox.
someone
Y'all
that had
are talking
energy,
about
they
the.
had something marketable that made him more than his cockeye. They could see past the cockeye. Okay,
Yeah.
they was like, you know what?
They
baby?
saw his heart.
Like
Gotta
this.
have some flavor.
Saw his
Flavor
heart.
in your ear.
You do this, baby. I can still see
No,
you.
you think about Flavor of Love when the show
It's on
Flavor of
his
Love.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Slave
I'm just saying.
has a wife
And
right
we had
now.
New York wanting to spin that block so many
Alright,
times,
alright,
begging
alright,
for that
alright.
roach looking
Hold
dude.
on, hold on.
Make yourself
I
How
hear
she did
five.
that.
Hold on. I hear 5 women talking at the
Make
same
yourself marketable.
time.
Oh
I
god.
can't even hear myself think right now.
Because you got on the wrong hat.
Who am I?
Come on, calm down, honey. We don't want your blood pressure getting high. Calm down. Calm down. That's all right. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth.
Listen to
Relax.
this one. One mic, please. Because it makes for a bad show. So, with that being said, you guys are talking about a man with charisma, swag, and then to build himself to get money, right? Not every man is going to be that, just like not every girl is going to be high on that marketplace as well. So we could say, should she lose weight? No, we can't say that same woman can't get better results in the bedroom than that man. We can't, if y'all are saying that right now, I need to go to bed. Because that means you guys are not living in reality. Reality is women have a better option to get that than us men. It is what it is.
No, nobody's
This
talking
is
about
why-
me.
This is why, no, but hold on, let me finish. So this is why Jake from State Farm can now go, really, if he did have sex with a woman, he's gonna have to probably spin the block because it's convenient for him, back to the original topic, because it's not as easy for that average Jake from State Farm to get the box. So he's gonna have to go back to Keisha again. Because Keisha gave it up easy. Yes.
Jake from
I'm gonna need you
State
not to
Farm,
do the
he can
dramatic
code
pauses,
switch,
though.
first of all. Y'all judging him.
You can't be doing dramatic pauses, babe, because
He
then
can
we think
code
you finished and
switch.
you're not.
No. What I'm saying is,
Y'all
yeah,
hating on him.
we got to be real, right? We got to be real. Let's stop acting like men have all of these options, the average man. really, like he said earlier, women look at the top percentage of men, and that's fine.
It's
It's
not
hyperbole.
okay.
It has to be.
Okay, we got a
Has to
super
be a
chat.
thing. We got a super chat. We got a super chat. My man, hate the basement.
What up, man? It's taken.
Building. He says, GMT, hold it down. These ladies are ready to box.
You know how
I already know. One more time.
Not me. I'm a lover, not a
One more
fighter.
time.
I don't do that.
But I mean, okay,
I have
so
to
if
lose
we're
my
saying,
cat for this one.
I could
okay,
feel.
if you're saying that the average guy is not getting it like that, right? The average. And then, but what about the average woman? Because you asked initially about the average woman. And usually she's not getting it like that. She's overlooked more than the average guy, if you ask me. Because she's not taking care of, she doesn't keep herself.
How average are you talking about? Because that sounds like a below.
Well,
Five
that's what I
five
asked
is
you,
average.
but you never answered. So
Okay.
I'm just assuming.
I think that but I just said that the average
on the
but
calculation.
I just said that
your
that
calculation.
my calculations was that the average woman gets it easy, right? It's easier for her to get it. Now, if we're talking about the below average woman, right? You're talking about the woman that is not keeping up with
What is a
hygiene.
below average woman? I need to understand that because you talking about the average woman, then you talking about the below average.
Yeah, so I'm saying the average man, like
We
whatever
all
your
have-
calculation of the average
Well, we
man.
talk about okay. So let me explain average to below average to above average, right?
Yes.
Would you say that most now we talking about only on the dating plate? You could be a 10 in your mind all you want into all your friends, your homegirls, your mama, your sister, your brother. You could be a 10 all day, right? But on the dating market, right? When you're outside dating and the way men look at you, usually it's the results that you get with the men that's around you. So are those men on average choosing you, right? Or are they choosing maybe the model looking chick? As we would say, she's a 10. She's above average. Maybe she's an 8, 9, or whatever. Average, we say, she's just an average girl. She's the roundabout girl. She might be cute. I like her. She gets married more often than even the above average woman. Now, the below average woman is the woman that completely not taking care of herself, right? Her teeth might be, she don't look like she go to the dentist. She's overweight to the point, there's nothing, she don't even do her hair. She just goes outside and whatever. She presents herself to men.
But that's the same
below
description that
average.
you gave for the average man, though.
No.
You
So
said he had
how
a big
is she
belly.
below
Listen,
average?
most average men have bellies. I got a belly. Most average men have bellies. When I say below average man, he's the guy that you guys would consider non-productive, right? He don't make no money. He living with his mama and he's 40, 45. He's the below average man. He's dusty. He don't. His breath is horrible. He got gingivitis and plaque, and you guys do not even want to talk to him. He is the below average
You
man.
don't
There's
think they be
average.
intermingling?
Why we gotta have gingivitis and plaque?
You sure? I think they be intermingling. I be seeing some kids, and they be having the cutest kids too. But I be seeing some intermingling.
Tell them, Jess.
She said they be
You see some of the-
intermingling. I know that's right.
You see some of the
I agree though, because and those babies be cute too.
They do be cute. They
Look,
be having
they
hair
do.
lives and everything. They be having good hair.
Zendaya is a very lucky young lady. She is beautiful because
who's Zendaya?
Zendaya
The actress.
The actress.
She was in
singing a little bit.
and
she was in Dune.
She was in Euphoria. Really good show.
Yeah, she was in Lost.
She said somebody is knocking the boots with gummy Johnny.
I can't think of the name.
Yes.
Yes,
That's exactly right.
Like, cause
So when you say
I've
she's lucky,
literally
why is she
seen a
lucky?
woman
What's
with
going
steak breath, brown all around her teeth, and she has been married and divorced because she wanted to be divorced and had kids.
But let me try to tell you
She
something.
built like a bottle of bleach.
But you're still proving my point. because those guys that I'm talking about, they usually hermits. We call them, as Kit said, incels. They're involuntary celibate. They have no choice. They're not out there getting no play, no burn. But as you say, big body bleach chick that you just mentioned, she's still married. She could still get a man, have kids, and then choose to break up with her man because someone at her job gave her attention.
I'm
So
sure
I do
he's
have
one
a
of them
question,
big
though.
belly, no tools, having ear wax, Jerry
Wow, that's a
curl
He's
lot.
guys
paying.
too.
He's paying for box.
So,
He's
okay,
paying for box.
there's something that I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm observing and I'm listening. Everything
You believe
mentioned-
in it, right?
No, everything you're saying is you spoke
Just
everything
no.
on superficial, from average, below average, above average. Everything has been superficial. Superficial. That has there's nothing, there's no substance, there's no meat. It's very superficial. It's all on the outside. Because you know what? You got the
We
average
judge you off your outside.
Yeah, people are judged off their outside. That's the first time they see them, is judged on the outside. And then once you have a conversation, now you can put them in different spaces. So you need to tell me, so I'm automatically going to be judged because I'm a plus size person and I'm not a 10 model. So I'm going to be considered below average because
Not below average. You might be average. You could be a big girl and be average. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Some men are. It depends on how big now. But some men are okay. Oh, one second, goodbye. I got it.
You made
Some men might
like
be
20 times just a while ago.
Some men are okay with big women, and it's fine. Big women get married all the time. It's not about being big. It's everything. It's everything else that I. It's not everything. It's everything else that I said that went along with the big. Morbidly obese women. Yeah, I'm sorry. The average man is going to look at her and say, "Nah, I'm good. I'm straight." Just like
you've seen a
what
lot of
happened with
episodes of
men.
600 Pound Life now. You know
To
they
act-
be with
to
somebody.
act like- but no, what I'm saying, like I said, with women, right? It's easier. But when I talk about the average man, it's not. And then let's. I mean, the below average man, it's not. And then let's keep it real, as if men are not very visual. We judge you strictly off of how you look. And if I'm not attracted to you, the moment babe, when I met you, what was the first thing I told you I saw? I looked at her Facebook. We that
you saw that body, yada, 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 yada. The face card is not that fine.
It was MySpace. It was MySpace.
Not
I
MySpace.
saw her.
It was.
What's the music?
What's in your top 5?
You have the music on your profile.
Oh, she was number one.
It was I Got a Big Ego. That was like one of my favorite songs right there.
That whole album hit.
And I looked at her and I said, God damn. And I went all in. But just believe if she was somebody I wasn't attracted to, it could be the same exact woman, same personality, same everything. I wouldn't even have got to know that. It is what it is. That's how men are.
They are. Men are very visual.
And then I saw him with that big t-shirt and them big jeans, and I was like,
Damn.
that's my forever.
Damn. Big t-shirts and jeans.
That's right. Them young
She had the long white t-shirt.
But no,
I was on my New York shit.
Men are very visual. They are. They do see that. That's their first automatic. That's what they do look at. That's why they say in the bedroom, that's what men are attracted to. They want to see you sexy. You have to be sexy to them. And some women are offended by that. But when you think about that, you have to look at, okay, so what do I personally want to attract? Because you say we like to spin the block. Now, I'm not going to spin the block around with somebody that I'm not attracted to as a man. I'm not going to do that. I might have that one good that I might be like, you know what? He get on my nerves, but I know he could lay it down a little bit. So we do think about that. To me, that's the difference. A lot of guys, they may not think about that. Because I know some that would be like, yo, I'm spinning the block because I can spin the block. Because I know, like we said earlier, how stupid we're going to be that day. I know I got 5 that I can spin the block with.
Right.
They have that 1, maybe 2. But us as women, we won't just give our bodies to anybody. multiple people at one time. We may be like, oh,
Sometimes.
Most
Some of
women
y'all.
won't do
Most
that.
women.
We'll say
Let's
we'll
say
put
Some.
on a big
average. Let's
most.
just stick with that
Yeah.
word.
Some.
Because the
Most
average
women
do
will
lie.
not.
It really does show that most women have at least 7 partners by the time they're 30. That I don't think that's a lot. 7 is all right.
That's,
7 is
I
actually
mean,
the number of
if you're,
complete
Seven is a
breakdown.
lot.
if you're sexually active,
7.
7.
By the
It's a
time you're
lot.
7
30,
is not a lot, not to the
7.
150 that
Oh,
you gave us.
not
yeah, because
not to
you
the
just
not
say, oh
not
my gosh,
100
150.
people. Like what? Who
He
is
said that was
doing
the
that?
average
A porn
female.
star?
That's why I said 100 is astronomical. Now 7, it's a lot.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Moderate, lady.
so my question, because I do have a question, I feel like it can kind of wrap this thing up in a bow. Should we spin the block? Not necessarily on a sexual tip, because we talked heavily about sex, right? When it comes to relationships, do you feel like it makes sense to spin the block? To sit down and be like, okay, I was in a relationship with this person, it didn't work out for whatever reason, et cetera, and now the opportunity presents itself. Because we seen how this whole thing with Nelly and Ashanti happened. Nelly was apparently some type of womanizer, cheats, does what he does, and now he come back 12 years later and said, I'm gonna do everything, I'm gonna be your forever. And she was like, oh my god, ooh baby, and she said, gave him a baby and all that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, I mean, now she got her forever, she got her
I
fairy
don't.
tale. So is
If
it
you
worth
still have,
spinning the block? Should we spin the block?
May I answer
I'm gonna let
that?
somebody else answer. Yes.
Of course.
I would say generally no. If there isn't a good reason, more so like it's something that you prayed about and God has confirmed to you that that's where you should go. And I only say that because I learned the hard way. I kept the hope for love. I kept the hope for, well, maybe he's gonna get it right this time. Baby, this is like the 15th, 78th time, so I've done that with more than one person. And when I know that I was already taught to not go back, because why didn't you get it right the first time? Let's talk about that. Let's think about that. What is it that happened between us to whereas we're no longer apart, as to why you couldn't get it right the first time? Was it me? Was it you? And now with what you're presenting to the new table, are you like those things that we had issues with? Have you changed? You want to be the leader. Are you able to be the leader? Because when you are leading, are you following God? Because that's the only way that I can then follow you. So am I seeing a change? Am I seeing it being worth it and me giving you a second chance? But generally, I would say no, unless it's something, like they really change in ways that's going to best benefit you, as well as have you prayed about it?
So
Because
Carrie, let me ask you a question.
we let
I
heart
Can I
want
lead
ask you a
us.
question on that,
Hold on real
Carrie?
quick. We let heart lead us, but we have a mind. We have a brain for a reason. The heart is dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Go ahead.
So can I ask you a question on that, right? You say that unless the man has actually soul checked, because honestly, I truly believe that men spin the block more than women do. My personal beliefs on that, right? I
In
do believe
relationships?
what y'all said.
But half the time we put
Yeah.
y'all down.
Well,
Okay.
I wouldn't say that, but I believe men spin the block more than often, right? And when we do, and you guys choose us, the question to the question I have to what you said, right? How do you know that this man has changed without giving him time and time again? And that's where I see like a lot of women. Now I know I asked the question, but I'm still talking my shit. Right? How do you know time and time again that this man has truly changed while you gave yourself to him time and time again to figure out if he's changed?
So how do you know? You keep your legs closed. Because
Okay.
what ends up happening is we meet and we re-meet and we re-encounter your representative over and over again. So you show me what it is you want me to see until you get what you want. But to whereas if I just slow down just a little bit and tell my hot twat, hey, we have to chill just for a second. Give us just a second. If we have that conversation and I just kind of slow down just a little bit, keep my legs closed until you get tired of showing me your representative. Then I can see who you really are, nigga.
Dang.
And that was for
You
me.
don't
That
give
was
a
for me.
hand
'Cause I'm
clap for
tired
that.
of getting it
That's
wrong.
good.
I want to get it right. I'm tired of getting it wrong. That was for me.
I'm gonna tell. Look,
You though.
I'm gonna tell you like this: a rose will make it where you can't have somebody's dusty son talking to you all kinds of sideways. I ain't got to you. I got
He says,
Roseanne at home. I ain't got to worry about one of your dusty sons talking to me crazy. Like, excuse me.
Well,
you
I
got
guess
all you
my
got to do is hit
question.
up Noni. She got all the things. She got all the things. Noni got all the things.
Noni
I guess
knows.
it depends on how you're choosing to spin the block. Everything doesn't have to necessarily come with the commitment of getting back together. If he chose, okay, we just yeah.
So why
You
we
don't.
talking? I mean, like, why would you even entertain it if you wouldn't even think about commitment?
Well, it ain't about entertaining. It ain't about entertaining. It's about, okay, you got an itch that needs scratched, and so do I. So, it's just like, okay, well, do whatever you're going to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And then I see you
Right.
later.
Which is why
You know?
most men, Carrie, I hear what you're saying, but if a man wants to spin the block, like the likelihood is he's trying to clap cheeks. So if you're telling me you're going to keep your legs closed, I get it. Fine. Cut ties. Because this is where I do believe women have that control. You guys control sex. We don't. We don't. We have no control over that. We want it all the time. I always say this, right? Whoever wants something the most, the opposite controls it. So you knowing that you guys control that, then yeah, cut that man off. But why aren't women just doing that? Why are women getting so emotionally invested in these men that they know ain't ish?
A lot of times,
and then they keep giving themselves over and over to them.
Well, here's the thing.
Boy.
A lot of times, social media plays a major part. The way society has changed. Let's think about how it was with 10 years ago when you were seeing somebody, dating somebody. It wasn't this whole thing on being on social media, right? So it's like, we're never going to get nothing. If a woman chooses to be single and just has fun every now and then, she's miserable, right? But in reality, that's not true. A single person could be the most happiest thing in the world, and they got that person that they can tap. Hey, sir, ma'am, I like some, So
Please, can I have some more?
Yeah, exactly. So
Not
with
out of a twist.
so we need to stop this narrative that, because I'm going to be honest, society plays a part in a lot of ways that everybody thinks now. A lot of how we think. Now, when we do, and I'm not saying everybody, I said a lot what we think, because it's, you can't be in relationships. The side piece wins. The one who isn't cooking and cleaning gets the ring, and it's so much that plays into it. So if somebody does decide to go back to someone after they've been broken up and apart, that doesn't mean that they're desperate. It could be something they've seen in that person that they've seen have changed, because we all change. And I do agree, if you don't have sex, because once we do have that intimacy right there, it's like, oh, he loved me. And he didn't say he didn't love me. He just said he just wanted us to have fun, but that's not what we heard. We heard that he loved me. He want to be with me. He ready to put a ring on it. That's not what he said. He was like, let's take it slow. Let's have fun. We done picked out our wedding colors. We done picked out the house. We done moved to a whole nother thing. But that's not what he said. He said,
a lot of women definitely hear what they want to hear.
That's very true.
Know each other again.
But I think Terry touched that point in the sense of saying, like, sex can cloud your judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially us as women, we're emotional creatures. And even to your point, Noni, you touched on it, where it's like, yeah, you can hear a whole lot of things that have not been said, or you're just feeling it because now the two bodies have become one, and you'll be hearing Shy in the background talking about the sun and the moon and the heavens and whatnot, and ain't none of that happened. Like, you got turned out, and now you demonetized. You just you seeing you know what I'm saying, on some penis, and now, like, you got blinders on. So I mean, I think that's why it's really important that if you are going to spin the block, if the block is going to be spun, yes, put that man on a little bit of a little bit probation. You gonna have to work for this thing. You know what I'm saying? You have to put some time and work in. And I'm gonna just leave it
So
there.
I actually want to even bring like a psych twist to it, because you got to think about attachment styles as well. There are some people whose attachment styles, like they're codependent types, trauma bonding types, and all that. So they will attach themselves and they just can't be alone. You know, so those are things where you got
Those
to
are like
kind
the
of
serial
assess for
relationships.
yourself. Like, you know, those are the ones that who cannot be alone, that tend to kind of, okay, I don't care who the person is, just once I got a body there and I'm not by myself, you know.
That, and I also
Get a
know
hobby.
people, if they don't have enough, if their partner doesn't come with a level of drama or come with a level of
That's
like
so
kick and pushback,
true.
like if they feel like their partner's too boring or it's just too
Boring.
easy, and it's like they can't be there. I know a chick that I swear in the time that I had an ex and hadn't had a relationship, she had had like 5 different relationships, and I mean had moved from here, moved to out of state. I think she might be in Georgia now. Like, I mean, I was like, well, hot diggity damn. And she's not the only one. I know. Look, it's wild crazy about how, like you were saying, like when people attach in that way, it's like they just can't help but have someone
That's a really good point too. That's
to
a really
they
good
have
point.
to be in a
It's
relationship.
real dangerous as well.
And like I said, and sometimes that relationship even has to come with a level of toxicity. I was about to say healthy toxicity, but that's just oxymoron. I
Yeah.
can't get comfortable with. You know, just comes with a level of toxicity that makes them feel comfortable and alive in their relationship. Like they don't even know they've had such toxic and unhealthy relationships for so long that they don't even understand how to flourish in one that doesn't include that level of drama and intake that's unnecessary. So
Yeah.
that's a really
Being
good,
afraid of being alone.
right.
There's
And I'm
there's a
like
lot
that's
of
you
there's a
can
lot of people that need somebody, and a lot of times it's that bed warmer. Like during the day, they'll be fine because everybody's at work during the day. It's that when it starts to get dark outside, it's like I know women love a little toxic. We do sometimes, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm cut.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I only
Keep it
take my
interesting.
toxic in
Keeps
the
things
bedroom.
interesting.
I only
But
take
it's one of those things, it's during the day, you could be perfectly fine. And that's someone with attachment styles. They know during the day, they're good because they're at work. But once it's time, that 5 o'clock, and it's like, oh, I'm home alone. Who can I run to? Who bed? Yeah, who can be in my bed? Because I don't
Said it's empty space.
yeah,
But
I'm just
if we really want to be honest, that really has more to do with them not being able to be with themselves.
yep.
Like I'm
In their
great
own
company.
thoughts.
I'm amazing company for me. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too.
And I can go out by myself, and I can be cute, and I can and have the most amazing time. A lot of people, once you have to be able to be comfortable with being with yourself. You should never be alone because you should be your best company.
That part.
Anything else to that should be an additive, should be a bonus. And a
Right.
lot of people haven't learned how to be comfortable with themselves in a way that allows them to be comfortable in being by themselves. Alone shouldn't equal lonely. And that's the major
Right.
thing. A lot of people assume that because you're
Can
single
we
or whatever.
And I do
can
say
we keep it real?
That's not the case.
I do. So one of my saying is into me, I see before I could be intimate with my mate. So I need to have intimacy with myself. And people automatically think intimacy is sex. Baby, if you look up intimacy, it's not just sex, okay?
It's
You
Can't
not.
gotta
be just
More
sex.
than.
with yourself
That's why Biggie was attracted. I mean, Kim was attracted to Biggie.
because it
And
was the intimacy they had. It was
Yeah.
it's that feeling. Yo, I have amazing intimacy with myself. I take myself out on dates. I enjoy being by myself. I love cuddling in my bed. I don't need that extra person. I want that person, but I do need that person. And when I need that person and want that person, I want to make sure it's a need and a want together. I need you the same way you need me, and I want you the same way you
So,
want.
so can I ask y'all a question? Let me ask y'all a question.
You
I'm
can't
gonna ask
ask
y'all
me
a
nothing
question
until you
along these
change
lines.
your hat over.
Yes, I'm gonna. No, because I still hear cap. I hear hints of cap in this, right? So let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask y'all a question. Why are y'all acting like this? There's not gonna come a point that's I hear dating yourself and finding yourself and loving yourself and
I don't like that
being
tone
in the
now.
bed. And
Watch your tone,
I got my rose, and I got my
Rose Samuel will save your life.
Rose Samuel. I got Rose Samuel. You know what I'm saying? I got my plastic dickies all over the place.
Oh
Right?
God.
I get it.
Oh wait,
I
whoa,
get it.
whoa, whoa! Who said that?
I
We
get it.
Cap.
went too far.
Cap.
We don't
I
went too
get
far.
it.
Ain't nobody said they had the golf
Well,
through
what's
now.
the question?
What happened? Like, you went too far.
So my question is this, ladies. Why are we not acting like there's going to be a very soon point after you had all of that self-love that you yourself is going to require some intimacy? You
Well, that's what
yourself
I
is
was
going to
thinking, so
require
that's why I said what I
sex.
said.
And the rose is not going to cut it forever.
No,
Right?
that's not what I was saying.
But
The
you
role
will
wasn't
want
to cut
healthy.
it forever.
You
The
want
role
healthy.
was so that you're not just giving yourself to anybody out of
Right,
convenience.
right.
You're allowing yourself to be able to have that release that you need in that moment, but still being able to not go out in the world and just be like, what's convenient, spinning the block for something that that you
Right.
should be spinning the block to. It just makes it where we not out here giving up the buns to some of you dusty ass
Just,
nuns.
yeah.
That means
Yeah.
it makes it where we're being more responsible with the
It's
vagina.
safe. It's safer too.
Monologues than dialogues.
And
Sometimes
then
I mean,
what about
y'all
this
had your
comment? What
hand.
about
Why are
this
y'all
comment?
hating on the rose?
Sometimes
Mhm.
we allow
Because
dialogue to happen with the wrong person. When you have a vagina monologue, it makes it where we can talk to y'all because your eyes are up here.
let's talk. Well, let me ask it. Let me ask the sexologist this question. Is this a fact that a woman can get overstimulated by using sex toys?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So this is the part that people don't understand, and I think it's a general thing. So especially if you are I don't know if I can say this on air, but our clitoris, if you overstimulate your clitoris too much, you desensitize it.
Yes.
Just like when you do not use the precious tool of your vulva, it does tend to wear down and go out. And that's what people don't realize. So when you do have these individuals that be like, I haven't had, in 15 years, their doctor will tell them that they need stimulation because it does, and it does, it falls apart. You can yes, you can
Like, oh,
overstimulate.
my seat.
What?
Yes, yes.
My vulva fell on the floor.
What do you mean by it
Oh,
fell
my.
apart?
Let me
That's
put
okay.
it back
You
up.
don't use it. You
My
lose it.
vulva's on the floor.
Hey,
Then you
it's
don't
like
use it,
if
you
you learn
lose
a
it.
foreign language. You don't use it, you lose it.
lose it. That saying is real. A lot of people don't realize that. That's a real statement. And if you really have a real relationship with your gynecologist will tell you that. Your gynecologist will tell you that.
Make sure you exercise all your muscles, ladies.
All your muscles. You do
All your muscles.
Clap it, clap it.
Make sure
using
you
a toy you can actually, because what happens is if you're using your toy so much, right? And then you and then you're with a partner, it'll take you forever to get stimulated because
if at all.
you're used to that physical touch. You're not used, you don't know what that is.
Mhm.
You know mechanics. You just know mechanics. Because you turn that buzz on, you
Then
put
it's
it
gonna get the job done.
It's called a set it and forget it.
you still need to use lubrication. We need to remember you still need lubrication. It don't matter how wet you get, you still need lubrication.
Listen, this is what me and my wife is gonna be doing
to wrap you
Good
in
job. Good job.
my warm embrace,
Uh-uh.
and I make it last forever, babe. I catch a glimpse of heaven when you
All right.
I cannot. It was the slow rock. What? You was looking like a real unk. Somebody gonna start calling you unk real soon, okay? Don't do that again.
But no, like Noni is like absolutely on point, and you definitely want to make sure that just like anything else, you want to use it responsibly. Like like I know of some stories.
Why you say responsibly? Like don't vibrate and
She made
drive.
that
Like
sound
what?
like it was a whole weapon. Like,
Oh
I
my
mean by
God.
Don't vibe and drive, guys. Don't use
That
it.
is a real
Like,
statement.
So you could be out and just, you just want to be careful. If you want to have the remote control in your hand, you want to have
That's what I was about to say. They
But
have that little remote control.
that's on you.
That's too much.
Like, I say use responsibly. I meant like don't overuse it to cause stimulation, so that if you happen to get some cunnilingus and now you don't even know if you're married or not because you can't feel nothing because you're just thinking like I could be on level 2 at home and be done in about I'd be done in time to watch
level
episode of my show.
2.
So
it's levels to it.
There's levels to this.
There is a lot of levels, and depending on what you're using.
What just
this one? It says if you are not a whole without a partner, you will never be whole with one.
Absolutely.
Come on, who is this preaching in here?
Matthew trying not to be light skinned today. You better.
Oh no, that wasn't Matt. That wasn't Matt. That wasn't Matt.
I'm so sorry.
Preach,
Matthew said he was
Very
candles.
good. Good
Matthew said
job.
he want to light some candles.
That's Queen's in the building right here. Just saying.
But that's a very good statement, though.
Yeah,
very much so.
Because you do have to learn to be okay.
And which is why, like I say, my whole channel, this whole thing that I push here is marriage, right? So I truly believe in not everybody wants to be married, and I get it. I get it, kid. I get it.
What? You gonna stop that shit? You gonna stop
be barefoot and pregnant before the year is out? I believe it.
Wait, whoa.
Damn.
Whoa. Wait, we ain't say throw salt on my family. Like, whoa.
No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
Yo, Tiara, we're looking forward to having you back on the panel next week.
The opinions of Kit do not.
We miss you, girl.
We
miss your historical information.
Shut up.
Wow.
Damn.
So, infidel, get her. Somebody get her.
Right? Hold on, one second.
I love her.
So I know that my whole point to this channel is marriage. This is why I try to say, let's talk to these younger ladies because they would not be going through all of this spin the block and all this challenge if they just required marriage before they gave themselves up to so many different men.
That's true.
It would stop so much heartbreak if we did it. I don't know who's biblical here, right? But I think this goes beyond the Bible, right? I think this is should be almost like
common decency.
Well, I'm gonna make somebody mad with what I'm gonna say, but
let's
go Triple B.
I'm just saying, everybody, you can't have the expectations for the female or the woman to just give herself away to her husband, and if this guy is not a virgin as well. That's
men and women are different though, Boomba.
No, that experience has to be shared together.
No, I'm tired of
shared and accepted together. If she's gonna open her legs and this guy's not a virgin, then that moment is stolen from her. So unless she chooses just like, okay, well, I'm just going to have sex because I want to experience sex and I'm just going to do it with whoever I want. I like this guy, so this is who I'm going to go with. Then, that's her freedom to do that. But for the guy to have the expectation and the requirement for her to be a virgin and he's not, no, that's not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Were you trying to say virgin or were you meaning like her body count gotta be real low? Like, what are you saying?
Because from what Mingo said, at first he said, well, we just need to be pushing for these women to be married.
No, that's not everything that I said. What I honestly did say was before your body count start climbing. Listen, I understand we live in
Well, okay, I
2020.
can agree with that.
Oh, right? These women are giving it up like it's candy.
Oh Lord.
So if that's the
It might
if
be.
that's the case, if that's the case, why are we promoting more and more debauchery in 2024 of being as liberal as you want, open it up, slap it down, and then you expect men to look at you the same way? I'm sorry, we are different. Men do not look at women the same way when they're overly bodied. It is what it is.
What do you? Can I? Okay,
Well, I mean, is he going to
yeah.
marry? Okay, once he found out her body count, I mean, is he going to decide to marry her
Yeah,
or
some believe it or
not
not,
marry
these women
her?
are putting it. These women, yeah, we will choose not to marry you. These women are putting it on the internet. Yes.
So the body count, right? So what do you consider as a high body count for a woman in the age? Because if you are 40 plus, and let's say in 40 plus, you've had 20 men and you're 40 plus, but I'm dating a man who's 45 and he is at 75 plus. So you're not going to talk to me because I had 20 plus in 25 years or maybe 30, depending on what age I started. But you got 75. What? Like, can you help me
He
make
said
that?
7.
So
He
okay,
has said
y'all
7.
got y'all
for
got
us.
y'all got to let me
That was
y'all got to
that
let
was
me
a
get y'all got
tweet,
to
though.
hold on,
30
y'all
is
got to let me get this out.
the age of
Y'all
40.
gotta let me
We'll talk
answer the
about age of 40.
question. Let me answer the question. So for a woman, right? How men look at it. All men are different, right? When it comes down to what their tolerance is. But we can't say that men are okay with women that gave their bodies to 20, 30, 40 different men. Men are not okay with that on average. There's some men that'll take it. But best believe the more and more money that a man makes, the more valuable he deems himself and his community of people deem him. He does not want to bring that woman with 40, 50 different bodies to the gala. I'm sorry.
That's just
You don't want to. It is what it is. Y'all might not like it. It doesn't
No, I'm just
feel
saying,
right
like,
to
I don't
y'all.
really know if these
What a,
numbers are like right,
That's a
but
big number.
what do you
I'm trying to
mean?
overlook the
What the,
numbers that you're throwing out there.
I
'Cause I
literally talked to a woman who told me she had 65 bodies, and she
How
was in
old
the
is she?
military. She was like 28.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
This is what I'm
Yeah, I
trying.
was gonna
This is
say I
what.
ain't know no hoes. I knew some hoes, you know, back in the
Hold
day.
on, hold
But
on,
I'm
baby. Hold
Talking
on.
about
talking
the
at
average
20.
woman.
But
That's
I'm
not
just saying, like, I ain't.
Hold on. Some men might be okay with her 65 bodies, right? But here's the thing: a lot of men are not. Are you? But let's not keep it. Maybe some women won't like if a man had sex with 65 women, but women more than often do not judge men wholeheartedly off of how many bodies we had. Are you
That's
serious?
true.
If that was the
That is true.
case, these bum dudes wouldn't be having so much babies out there.
That is true.
And then if
I'm
that
gonna
was
agree with
also
that.
on the flip side,
Wait, can you
those
repeat
same
that?
women,
What you just said?
oh, I
Men are
just dropped a whole bomb and I gotta repeat it.
Yeah, I
Basically,
want
what
you
Ah.
to
you're
repeat it. I
saying,
want you to
Boombox,
spin the
was
block
that
again.
men are not judged as harshly as women as it pertains to the body count. A man can have
That's
Right.
a
societal
very high
influence.
body count, and
Right.
no
That
It
doesn't
woman
is
is
mean
what
it's
it
really
okay.
is. It is a
averagely
That's
double
most women
societal
are.
standard.
influence.
I thought
No,
it was
whatever.
true.
It's a double standard. It is what it is. It's also, it's not just societal influence. There's something primal behind that as well. There's a reason why you guys would sleep with people and you got some endorphins that'll go off in you that'll make you feel in love with them. While we could just wipe ourselves off and walk on and sleep with another woman the same night. Men
But
are
that's
wired
also
different.
attachment
Kid, wake up.
issues too that you got to dive into.
No,
Yeah, that's
whatever
a
you,
problem.
No,
That's what I'm
there
however
saying.
are
you,
some
however y'all
psychological
want to call
attachment
it,
issues going on.
however y'all want to call it, right? We can't say that it's not accepted on one end more than it is to the other. However
But
y'all
that's
want to
societal
psychologically
influence.
break it
I'm
down.
not saying it's right.
However y'all want to break it down. That's neither here nor there. It
No, I
is
mean
what it is.
we
We
should
living in the
unbox
world the
that
way it
too.
is, not the way y'all want it to be.
Oh,
Facts.
Well,
Sorry. Can't wake up.
I mean, I'm not mad at what it is. I'm just saying, like, we should unbox that too. It like You know, it shouldn't be okay. Like, so if we're gonna say, okay, well, what advice? You know, ladies, find out these men's body count and make sure that their number's not higher than yours.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yep.
likelihood
Well,
that
But is that
I
really
can
going to be a
guarantee you that
deterrent?
women wouldn't care.
That's the question is really going to be a deterrent?
Right.
It
Okay,
can,
so
it
They
can
find
be.
out he got 50 dudes,
This is,
excuse me, 50 women that he done, you know, sorry, my
no,
whatever,
it
you know
said
what I
that
meant.
right.
50
It
chicks that he
said
done
that.
laid out, spread eagle for, she, all of that, whatever. And yet when he laid the pipe for you, he hit every crevice for you and just screaming for the Lord.
no,
You
it
gonna spin a
can be
block on
though.
him. You're not gonna be like, oh no, let me think about all the 50
I'm
women
saying
that he
I'm
done
based
laid
on
out. You're not gonna do
based
that.
on the advice. He's saying what we should be telling these younger women. I mean, yeah, we probably have done that, but moving forward, like the advice that we're supposed to be pushing out
To the babies.
should be to find out what these guys' body count is, because they're doing the same thing. They're trying to find out your body count and they're judging you based on what you've done in your past. It's not for who they see you are right now, what your credentials are, or how you look. How you look is how you got approached, but you need to still have, you know, some decency behind
So
that body count
boombox.
and also carry yourself.
So there's a lot of truth in what you're saying, and I don't knock it. I do believe that women need to talk to women more, 100%. But what I'm trying to say is this, right? In most cases, men care about your past. I don't care if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, a scientist in the future, especially if I'm going to be the one taking care of the home. I want to know that I have a respectful, well-mannered, she carried herself well before me. She made herself a wife before I married her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what matters to men. What you guys care more about, on average, is a guy's future, where he's going. What's your aspirations? Where do you want to be? I don't want no bum. I don't want no scrub. I don't want a
Right.
man sitting around the house not doing nothing. What are you doing to build me a future? That's called
But that's
nesting.
not all that
Women
women
do
care
that.
about, though.
But
They
no,
care
not
about how
saying
you
all,
represent
right?
them too.
Right. And I can still have 50 bodies and represent you well, because I don't care about none of those 50 bodies that I had. I love you,
Nah,
and I'm going to
what
Yeah,
I
honor
but
the
what I
person,
will
sometimes,
and I'm
say
not
about
going
them
sometimes,
to.
bodies though, ain't
sometimes the
nobody
men
trying to run into them bodies though. Ain't nobody trying to be like,
exactly.
oh, we just went to the deli and I'm trying to order my, my egg and
How's your
cheese on a
husband?
roll. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh.
And
Nobody
if you're
trying to run
saying
into
that,
your
then that's,
own
a
and if
lot.
you're
because you was
saying
a
that,
hump.
then
Just
Tiara,
saying.
that's why body counts matter to men.
Mhm.
Because if you can say, why does body counts matter? And then Dion can turn around and say the same thing in reverse. We don't want to run around the grocery stores and be like, oh my God, yo, I remember 2 months ago when I was clapping them cheeks. It's the same thing.
Right.
We get
But
that
y'all
though.
don't have a
I mean,
problem.
I get like
I'm sorry. Can the resident alien ask a question? Is that okay?
Yes, Martian, you can.
Can the resident Martian, beam down a little bit? Nano.
Yes, Martian.
Um,
Come down, Martian.
Not nano.
I
Yeah.
call me completely different, but if I run in, you know what? I almost flashed you like I did Chill the other day. And me personally, I see if I'm with someone, like if our union, people are so concerned with shit that has nothing to do with them. And I
Absolutely.
think that is the biggest caveat for me, right? Who you slept with, unless your dingaling is gonna fall off in the next 6 months while we together, is none of my business.
Right.
But it might.
wait, hold on. Kit, I don't know about that one.
Why
I
is
ain't
that
trying to
your
run into
business?
Hold
nobody's
on.
old work.
Hold
I ain't
on,
trying to
Kit.
do that.
Oh,
Hold
you
on.
got a cab too?
Hold
Yo,
on,
Jess
Kit.
is not annoying, yo.
Am I hanging up
Please
on
come get
Instagram?
her.
Like, am I hanging
I'm
up
weak.
on find out?
Jess,
Oh,
go
you got
away.
that
Go
cab.
away.
Again,
Boo.
when I came
Boo.
on, I preface
Boo.
this as me as the resident
Boo.
alien. I know I'm different
You
in
did
how
say
I
that as a
think
resident
and
alien.
how
You
I
did.
do. I preface that completely.
You did.
Because me personally, I don't care if I run into one as long
Mm,
as I don't care.
Nah, son.
no,
But
I'm
no,
gonna
I
take
don't
it.
know
I
about
Kid,
understand
that.
what
kid,
kid.
I don't know about
I
that,
understand
Kid
what
Kat.
kid's trying to say though.
I don't have like I don't have that level of insecurity. I don't have that level of, oh, you was with my man.
Wait a
Guess what,
minute.
bitch? Here's the thing. You was with him 2 months ago.
So
Guess what? So was I.
you
And about
personally may
three
not
other
mind.
No,
people
no, no,
before he
no, no.
picked me.
I don't
And
know about that kid.
here's the
Yeah,
You
Kid
thing.
Kat,
personally
you
may
might
not
not.
mind, but
Here's the thing.
honestly,
You're not gonna
I
make
need
me
to
feel
know
any kind of
because
way
if
about who. Here's the thing. If y'all haven't gone and done your testing and all that other stuff, and now you want to worry about who he's with, then that's one thing. But if you're worrying about somebody because you might run into them, me personally, it's like you can run into Jesus on the right day. Like I'm not sitting here looking and worried about, oh,
It's
you
not
was
about being worried though, kid.
it's
That's
not
the
a
part.
thing.
It's not
there's a lot
necessarily being
more.
about. It's not necessarily
It's just not a
worrying.
task for me. I
It's
guess
the
that's the
fact,
thing. It's not a thing to
I
me.
think
It's like, oh,
I
okay,
think
yeah.
it's just a
that's cool. But
I'm
you
glad that
you
y'all
said
were
two
together. We're
things.
going to get cantaloupes now.
There's two things that you mentioned. You said worrying and being insecure. I don't think it's a matter of being insecure or a matter of
Okay,
worrying.
so then
It's
what's the matter?
literally understanding that you're with somebody that has some type of respectability about them. And I'm really not that type of person that gonna be, ooh, I'm all about respectability politics. But I ain't trying to walk down the street with Dirt Mert over here that done slanging ding-a-lang. He's community peen. Like, I'm not trying to do
right.
that.
But then
Like,
you
nobody's
should
trying to run
but
into
then
to,
you should have
to
done your
Charmaine, Keisha, like the DMX song. You know what I'm saying?
your
Like
fault.
in
No,
It
Walmart.
comes with mental
Everybody
no,
trying
stuff
to do that.
too.
Like, be
no.
for
It
real.
comes with
Gotta have
mental
Oh,
some
now
type of
you
stuff.
strength
hold
back.
on, hold up, Kit. Now you know how I feel, Kit.
No, then that's your fault because you should have done your due diligence to make sure you wasn't dating, Pookie Lou from the block or whoever. You need to make sure that you're not just out here all of a sudden dating who is dating everybody and then not knowing what kind of conversations are being had, what kind of relationship are y'all having, that you're just finding this out as y'all walk to the grocery store. Like,
No,
I mean,
no.
that's
Now you're talking about timelines. If you
oh
found
my
out that
God.
the dude said, "Yo," you asked the question, you had the conversation. Yo, I got like 50, 75 bodies under my belt. Like, how many you got? Oh, I got like 5. And you said to yourself, nah, I ain't gonna do this. No, you're not gonna be walking down Walmart. But if you're in the very first stages, let's just say you're in the very first stages, you already done had like at least 2 meals with this man down at the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah. And
But this is
now
contradictory then
y'all
because
just
you
went to
said
Walmart
earlier,
to go pick up some bread
Dion,
or
this is
something. You
contradictory
want to
then.
make a sandwich.
This is contradictory then because earlier you literally said that a woman wouldn't care. So if a woman doesn't care, then why does she now care? Either she cares or she doesn't care. Earlier you said, well, 9 times
I
out of
said
10,
most women won't care. I said it won't. It's not as difficult for a woman to say pass, like basically a man by. That's average. That's average. We're not talking about average. We're talking about not necessarily a Kit Kat situation. We're talking
no,
about
you said
women
earlier
that we
that
could come
women.
across with.
No, I'm talking about this. You said that a woman who finds out that a man has a high body count and they with them, or even if they were with someone else, 9 times isn't gonna stop messing with that dude, and they're not gonna care that he had that high body count. So if
That
you
was
don't
concerning just
care,
sex. That wasn't concerning a relationship. Initially, when I said that, we were talking about just spinning the block on some sex stuff. We're not
okay,
talking
I
about
might
that now.
just.
We're talking about relationships, dating. That's different.
I mean,
Nobody wants to take a man seriously that's community peen. That's been all around the world, nah, yeah, yeah.
but then
But if
why do
you
you
just
want to
spinning the
spin the
block on
block?
some, you just
I
getting
don't
your,
want.
your
I don't want.
cobwebs cleaned. No,
I don't
you're
want
not really
to spin
gonna
the
pass
block.
it up like that.
If it's community, it's not my community. I don't particularly want to, like, I don't know. Again, I can agree to disagree on this particular, place, but I personally am like, you know, unless it's something that I'm going to have to worry about where everywhere we go, someone is going to go out of their way to be disrespectful, which means that he hasn't closed the loops in the way that he should, where they know that they don't even have a chance to even come and be disrespectful or even run up and say something where he can be like, oh, well, this was my friend from before. Like, no, that means that he didn't do his job as far as making sure that that even doesn't come to you as his woman.
Okay, I can definitely agree on that. Yeah, nah, because then people gonna get slapped in the store.
I'm like, I don't give if we are at Walmart and he sees somebody that he used to mess with, it's one thing if he tells you like, oh yeah, that's somebody I used to mess with, blah, 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 blah. It's another thing if that person feels free to come up with you and come up to you and be like, oh, hey, how are you? Oh, who's this? That means that you didn't button that shit the fuck up, and you should have did that. That way, when I go outside or when we go outside,
but that part of it, I think we know that there's some women that are just shiesty like that. They don't care where they at. They want to be seen, heard, and all the things, and they will play that game. So it's not necessarily on the dude that may not have closed doors. It's people are people, and people want to feel validated. So that's why they move like that.
You know, punches in the face will make you feel real validated.
That's so and could.
That'll make you feel checked in all the way. Like you are all the way in. Like, because
this is a family show. This is a family show. We are not violent over
You gotta
here.
protect your family. You gotta protect your family.
The family that whoops ass together, you know, stays together because they happier together. I promise you.
Man.
I ain't got a cousin that ain't jumped in when she was supposed to. Shout out to my cousins. I love y'all.
Yep.
Wow. All right. That's what's up. So I think we all kind of got everything out there. We had a little disagreement because Kid is a Martian and she is from another planet.
Nano, bitch.
We accept her here on Earth. We rocks with kitty cat.
You know what it is?
I love every day, every nation, all day.
I smell like humans now. It's like when you have feral cats and people go pick up their kittens and now they smell like humans and the cat don't want to fuck with them. They can't smell me no more. I smell like y'all people. And every time I be like
Scotty, beam me up.
I be like, I be trying to give them the nose point and everything. They be like, nah, you one of them now. You smell like human.
You one of them now.
Oh my God. Then go take a shower, kid. I cannot. Don't do that.
Before I started, this is why my hair is nice and big and I don't look like a Jerry curl like Chill always tries to say. Thank you very much.
Okay. So check it. We are going to move on to the next segment of the show. Ladies, let's get ready for the cap of the week.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No.
To give it to me, he was going to loan it to me. Whatever, cool. I said I would pay him back at the end of the month. The end of the month has come. I've been thinking about it. I have a lot of things I need to get done, and I'm still like really behind in bills because of the fact that I lost my job. So I'm trying to play catch up, and I finally got a little bit of money, right? So he texted me this morning, and he's like, "Oh, has your check still not cleared yet? I haven't received the money," which already is a sassy like way of asking for the money back. But granted, he shouldn't have had to ask. I should have just sent it to him. So anyways, I sent him the money, but the problem is right now, like, I kind of have the ick and I don't want to talk to him anymore.
Yeah,
am I everything that's wrong with women these days? Like, because he did nothing wrong and he was actually very helpful. It was a lot of money and a lot of men wouldn't have even, loaned it to me, and he did, and I'm really grateful for that. And I think he's a great person. He's going to make whoever he ends up with very happy. I just personally feel like he's not, like, I don't think that this is going to work.
So let me set the stage for this one here, right? Problem I see a lot is women have an issue when it comes down to this. Now, I don't believe it's any of you ladies on this panel, judging by the faces that I see happening right now. But why is it these young ladies have an issue when it comes with playing their part financially in relationships? Help me understand.
No, he
he lent her money.
Right.
Yeah, so that's her financial part would be either paying it back or contributing in another way. But she's like, I have the ick because he asked me back for the money he loaned me.
She a bird. She a bird for
Yeah,
that.
like come on
Well,
now.
I think
Sorry.
that his expectation was for as soon as she got her money for her to pay it back.
She could have did it like
And
Klarna. Did it
she
installments.
she clearly wasn't prepared to pay it back. So there should have been some type of agreement fully established to understand exactly how that was supposed to be paid back. Because she's like,
No,
that
but
she
not
felt.
her having the ick when it's time to pay it back. Like what?
Well, now she's
I
dead wrong for
mean,
that.
listen,
I mean,
chances
she
are on the
wrong, period.
boulevard.
Like she said she had the money to pay it back, but she didn't want to. So I'm just making assumptions. Like
She,
she
I
didn't
think she
have.
what
didn't
I don't
expect
like is
him
the
to.
fact that it was like she was trying to almost like shame the man for asking for his money back.
Right,
Mhm.
Like
right.
chances hard on the boulevard. Like, yo, they'll be charging $50 for a carton of eggs. Like, no, I need my money. Like it's
Yeah,
my money and I need it now. Like, stop playing with me. So
it's
I don't
also
understand how she gonna turn around and be on some. Oh, I got the egg. Like he was acting sassy.
This is
There was nothing wrong
no.
with him though. Like,
It's
girl, you
it's
you you
literally
need
what
to be by
nobody
yourself
said,
for real.
right?
Yes,
Question.
yes, Noni. Yes, Noni.
Okay, so first of all, I need more backstory a little bit, but at the same time, how she just did that video on how she was mad when she specifically keyword loan. Loan. When you say loan or borrow, that means you got to pay back, right? We need
That's
to.
where she messed up.
Unfortunately, we as adults need to teach our children when you say I want to borrow something, you have to pay it back.
Right.
She wants to be mad because he asked for his money back. Baby, he shouldn't have had to ask you for his money back.
Right.
well, she knew that she had to pay him back. She knew
She
it
knew
already.
she had to pay him back
He
because
was acting like he was being petty.
you said I'm gonna give it back to you at the end of the month when my check clears. Now there's a different situation if you said, "Hey, baby, I need X amount of dollars. I would like to borrow it from you, but I don't know how long it's going to be for me to take it back." It's up to him to say yay or nay, and you still can't get mad if he says no, regardless if he's your man or not. Right?
Yeah, and I think for women that's the problem. Like, expecting for men to just give,
and yet there's nothing in return.
nothing
A lot
in
of women
return.
have this. A lot of women think that because what they have in between their legs, that's gonna just satisfy. That's gonna put a band-aid over whatever it is. It's not gonna completely. He's gonna get tired of that. He's tired of
Even
Like
like
the
a whole
same vagina
He's
again.
getting desensitized by the coochie.
Go ahead, Jess. Please say something. Go ahead. What you saying?
No, it's not even give and not get back. It was his. Like what?
Well, yeah, it was his, but she's like the way she's putting it is the way she's saying like she had felt a type of way about it is almost in a sense like she felt like he should have let her have it and not
because it was a
That's
secret
entitlement.
expectation.
Then that's not a loan.
Well, yeah,
it's
that's
let me get this,
entitlement, but
and that's
I'm
it.
saying like she have the expectation that he should have gave it to her,
Right.
And not
She did.
and so that's what I mean by give. Like, so now
That
you expecting him to
entitlement
give to you, and you give nothing. Like at
Right.
least
She
You
had
just
the
take
wrong
it.
even it
terminology.
out.
She a
She had
bird.
the wrong
She was a
terminology.
bird for that. She should be embarrassed for
I'm
even
sorry.
putting that daggone video up there.
But there's gonna be a lot of
Disclaimer.
No,
I do not claim that one.
no. And you
Yo,
want to know?
look at this comment.
There's a lot of
Right. Exactly.
Here's the thing,
And
y'all.
he probably will bring her to spin the block back over there.
It's funny what y'all are saying though, right? Because here's the thing, right? Granted, she absolutely was out of pocket because she asked the wrong thing. If she wanted to have it, she should have said, "Babe, can I have such and such and such a I need whatever." If you use the B word, then you have to be the barara. Okay, you have to be willing to pay back it when the loan comes due, or even if you needed an extension, be willing to have proper communication so that can be said. Now, coming from an era where what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine, I can understand and completely understand how she is like, what in Jesus Christ is happening right now? Now, having the it behind it, I absolutely do not agree with that. Look, I got nothing but love for you, baby. Heavy D said it best. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, and that was back in the day. He said, what's yours is mine, what's mine is mine. So I can understand completely why, I can't understand why she has the ick.
Well, I got a comeback song for that kid. I don't want no pigeons. Them beetle, like she's acting like a bird.
But we didn't want scrubs first, just to put that out
You
there.
right, you absolutely right. But he wasn't being a scrub because he had some bread to give it to her.
Right.
So
and that's absolutely right, which is why I said is she came with a level of entitlement. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that, well, because he's my man, I should be able to have this. But
could we just call it modern day prostitution?
Wow.
No.
Wow,
This is a relationship.
You're the reason why I carry one of these. It's comments like that. You see?
You actually have a scalpel?
But
why do you get that?
You
sell that in the stores?
You thought I was joking?
Carrie said something is the hidden.
You don't want me to lie about anything. I wasn't joking. I'm dead. I'm serious as cancer and cigarettes. What you mean?
I can't say
that. And
What'd you say, Carrie?
Like bypassed, and so did Triple B. It's the hidden expectation that she automatically assumed because that was her man, that she wasn't supposed to pay back something that he asked to borrow.
Yeah.
And I think we need to realize that, and we need to start having. That's what messes up relationships. You know how when we spin the block because we have them hidden expectations, and then we end up getting back with that person and that hidden expectation that we think that this is what that person knows what we want, but we never told them what we want. That hidden expectation goes back to that spinning the block. Goes
that mind reading.
That's what I was gonna say.
He already know. He's supposed to know. Why he ain't
supposed to know he wasn't getting that money back. He was supposed to know he was not supposed to be getting that money back.
I'm your woman. She probably don't do nothing for him. But because I'm hitting the title of I'm his girl, it's like, no, I want this. No, it don't work.
Shorty said Jesus paid it all, so I don't have to. That's what she said.
Hey, if Jesus paid the bill, why am I still paying it? I said that about the power bill this summer. I was like, I said, go ahead.
You know why I call it modern day prostitution? It's not because of this one situation. I think that is a culture that where women look at men as nothing but a paycheck, right? Literally, you can hear women calling men paycheck and penis. So if those are the only two things you value us off of, and men are starting to wake up like, nah, even if I give you something, you better give it back. You my girl. Wait a minute, kid. You my girl or not. You gonna pay it back. And the women, the culture that's being set now is if men ask you back, you sad. Something wrong with you for having the expectation of money from me, the woman, because I have the vagina. This is why I use the word modern day prostitution, because like y'all said, if you give me the box, it should be okay. That's like a payment. No, it's not.
Well,
That's what,
I would say,
if that was the case, I would have paid less, $40, $50 to get a prostitute. Yes, box. No, hold up. Kid had a hand up. Kid had, yes,
Martian kid. Super fast. But didn't men say
it's never super fast?
Oh no, this is fast because I ain't got time to talk to you right now. I'm doing other things. Didn't you all say that romance without finance is a nuisance? Because women didn't come up with that. That was a man thing.
And I was going to say, they said,
you're looking
I'll pay
at what
for it if I want it.
R&B singers and
I'm not
about reality. Reality.
No,
most men are not out here.
I never heard a male singer. I know that from a female singer. You got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me.
All those songs about women saying money, money, man, money.
No, but this is a man song. A man said, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it.
Y'all listen to too much. What's his name? Babyface. That I'll pay your rent. I'll buy your clothes. I'll cook your dinner.
But this is the stuff that's being programmed. This is the stuff that's being programmed.
He was willing to do all of that after coming home from work.
It's been programmed. And then on top of that, somebody had to actually do it And then old girl
Somebody
tell
did.
her home girl, like, look, girl, this work. Tell that
Aw, that's
man,
so
He paid
you
cute.
know,
my
you gonna
rent.
do this
He cooked
and
my
you gonna get what
genitals.
you need. So no, it's not modern day prostitution, it's programming. They've been programmed to be this way.
To
Mm.
be modern day prostitutes.
No.
Wow, it's crazy.
No, because they're in a
Yeah.
relationship. I mean, I can see if this was not a relationship and this was something that she does to
Right.
multiple men. Now that yes, in that sense, yes, this would be modern day prostitution. But this is a relationship, so she feels like this is my man. My man should just give.
And I'ma just take.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
saying.
No, but here's the thing: we're
Okay.
assuming that she's not doing anything else, right? Because to say that she's just taking, we're looking at one very specific,
Civics. Yeah.
situation, and we don't know what she's given into the relationship. That
Mhm.
may be a
It's
reason
not
for
money.
it may be the reason for it, which is why she's feeling the way that she's feeling. I'm not saying that it's right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm just saying that that's possibly the
Mhm.
mind and process behind that. Because again, if I'm your woman and we're supposed to be together, again, we only know this situation. So from
Right.
this particular situation, it sounds very, gold diggerish and entitled and
Mhm.
you know lack of communication or improper communication, because if you
Mhm.
pay it back, you shouldn't have asked to borrow it. You should have asked, could you have it, or worked out some other details that work. So
Right.
like that,
That's why I
no,
said I
like
needed more. I needed
But
more. I needed more. Girl, you only giving us a snippet because you want to capture us, but you need to
Mhm.
tell the backstory. Because you're not telling the whole story. You only want to tell the story for people to feel sympathy for you. That's why
Right.
when you just said we need some more. No, that's why I came on and said I need some more information.
Right.
I need some more information, and you should have never asked to borrow it.
Mhm.
Right.
you gotta use the right
But
term.
I have a question.
Baby, can I
Are
have
we allowed to ask questions or are we only allowed to comment?
Oh
Girl, go ask a
So
question, girl. What's up,
So my
girl? Ask
question
a
would
question.
be, what about if you are in a relationship and it is clear that you guys are aiming for marriage with each other? It is clear that you two are monogamous. What about those relationships where, whether you said I need to borrow, I need to have, can you help me? Whatever your verbiage was, but a relationship that's actually going somewhere, we're ending and our end goal is marriage. Is it okay in those dynamics for you to have that expectation that, okay, I'm asking you for it, but I'm not going to pay it back, and we both understand that because of the goal of where we're going? Is that okay?
and
Is this for
and
me
and
or
oh, I'm
it's
sorry.
for
is
the
that for
panel.
me or that's for the whole panel?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Whoever wants to answer, whoever
Okay,
wants to
okay.
answer.
Boombox, you got
you
that?
in GM2?
Well, I was just gonna say it depends on your relationship because that's what you guys have an understanding of. If
Mhm.
you if you're working towards that goal of marriage and the understanding is like, hey, when I ask for something, I don't have to return it to you. If that's what you guys have agreed upon, then nobody can argue. That it shouldn't even come up as an argument because you've established that early on.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously in this case it wasn't established.
Yeah, very much so.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because most people are not dating to marry anymore, right? They're just dating to date and
Yeah.
have fun and see
Yeah.
what
That's why she
happens.
Yeah.
found it so easy to break up with him because he asked for his money
Right.
back.
Right.
Well,
I
like
also
Kit said, the gold digger behavior.
What
yeah,
you were
Mm-hmm.
and
saying, Noni?
it's the age range too. So not every woman is thinking, or not every man and woman is dating just to date. There are, depending on what area of age bracket you are, there are people who are intentionally dating to get married. And
Mm-hmm.
it's that conversation you have. I use me and my partner, we do stuff it all the time. I see something but I don't have the money for it. Okay, I got you. It's very different. It's that conversation. It's what type of agreement do you and your partner have, especially like Carrie said, is it the end goal, that marriage, so you expect not to pay it back? I don't always think that it's an expectation not to pay it back. I feel like if somebody lends you something because you're in need at that time, it should be paid back. But if it's something that somebody just did, they happen to hear you speak about, Dag, I got to get this, but I got to get an extra whatever amount, and they give it to you, that conversation should be, so would you like me to give this back? And they usually say when they hand it to you, you don't have to worry about it. There's a difference in that language. You can have that language too with a friend, not somebody you just sleeping with. It can be somebody, it's just a money exchange type conversation. But the key thing is having that conversation with that. They did not have any type of conversation. There was nothing. According to, let's make it clear. According to her video, there was no other context with that she asked to borrow money. She was mad that she had to give it back because in her expectation was, I shouldn't give this back because I'm your girl.
Right.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that think that way without having a conversation. We need to start communicating more. That's what messes us up in general, is that lack of communication. But we can communicate and people still won't comprehend. So it's actually comprehension, communication, and actually truly understanding what the person said. And
I'm gonna set the precedent straight for all the ladies that's watching this. All the ladies, Kit, come back. Where you at? Kit. There you go. So the only man that is going to be okay with giving you something in most cases is going to be a man that is either one courting you to be his wife or you are his wife. Right? It's never this is what or your father, but we're talking about relationships, right? But it's in most cases, a man that gives you something, he's gonna expect either it back monetary or he's gonna expect it back sexually. Just putting that out there. So the best thing you can do is to work and get your own until you man.
You said sexually. That's what you said.
Oh man.
I didn't say it.
I was a whole sidebar. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't me this time.
Woo.
It wasn't me this time. I don't know what happened. It wasn't me.
I don't gotta do all that.
Don't put out your expectations. My wife could ask me for anything, and she got it. And the expectation is not for me to get repaid. We repay each other in many different ways. Different ways. So
you better testify, sir.
I didn't sign up for this kind of show. Okay, I prayed before I came on here. I didn't sign up for this. Jesus did not pay it all for me to have to deal with this.
I mean, the marriage bed is on the file. Praise God. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, ladies, this was a great show, great topics. Oh man, I had a lot of fun kicking it with y'all tonight. I want to thank everyone that was in the chat. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for the respect, the love, being decent, because Sunday's chat was crazy.
Yeah,
so it felt so good to have a chat like I had tonight. I am so looking forward to continuing to grow grown women talking. So please tell a friend to tell a friend. Like this as you right now. Do me a favor, everyone watching, hit the like button and make sure you comment peace. Make sure y'all show some love to the channel, support the channel. I also want to thank Marriage, Politics, and Sports for the super chats this evening, and my man Hank the Basement with the $2 Super Bowl. My God, this means a lot. Stop it. Hank is a engaged man, Kit.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Now you making a block hot. You making a block hot. It's muy caliente right now. Don't do that.
Do nothing. I already look. Deanon. I can't pronounce his fiance's name. I already said shout out to her. I don't want no smoke in the city because I keep stuff and I fight. I don't want to fight nobody over there, man.
You already got yours, girl. You got a rotation. You got
I mean,
The men love the Martians, apparently. The men love the Martians. Okay.
Right.
And let me tell you something, Miss Kit. Okay. I don't like how you got all beat and beautiful on Sunday. You had the face just lit. But today, I mean, you moisturized.
He
You
did.
look good.
He
You
looked
look
really
great.
I
good
love.
Sunday.
You
I
look
saw
I,
great.
that.
But I'm just
Tuesday, I
saying,
got it. You know what?
can I get some lashes every once in a while?
I mean, you know
You know
what?
what I'm
Next
saying?
Tuesday,
Just a little bit.
look, let me tell you something. I be over here fighting my good fight not to put on my new wig. I be like, oh Lord, I want to light everything up, but but big hair is this is my summer.
I mean, you still look good, girl. I was just like, oh, look at that friend looking on. You know what I'm saying? Glamorous on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Next time I
You
put
did. She looked really good.
you had the
Next
fellas in
Tuesday,
the
I want to see
comments.
some.
Noni
Just saying.
You
came
had
on
the
with the
fellas
lip, okay?
in the
Look,
comments going crazy. So
even Noni
I
with
just
the
want
lip
to.
came, so I got it.
Right. I just want to thank everyone. Thank you, ladies, so much. Thank you, Noni. Thank you, Carrie, for joining the show. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I want to see y'all here more often because this is where it's at. GMT, GWT. We are going to grow this show every time. I look around, it's love. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, y'all. We will see y'all I'll see y'all on Friday for Grown Men Trash Talking. Please stay in tune. Peace.
Oh, dang. Talking about my business.